Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, my first question is, how did you decide to accept the part in Two Scoops of Italy? What was the audition process, or were you approached by someone to look at the script? How did that all come about?
Hallmark approached me with the script, and immediately I heard Italy, and I was like, I'm in, count me in. But then I obviously went and read the script, and it was just so charming and such a like such a sweet, feel good love story. I love a rom com, such a sucker for a rom com. So anytime I get the opportunity to do a rom com, I immediately take it. Um, but I love the story arc. I love the character arc, and obviously, getting to take place in Italy is not a bad day.
That's right. And so that answered my next question. I know sometimes when they film movies, they don't actually film where it's being set. So it was filmed in Italy.
It was filmed in Italy. I don't know how I got so lucky to get to film a movie that is based in Italy and actually takes place in Italy. But I somehow, I don't know, I won the lottery with this one. I really did. It was more magical than you could even imagine. It was just a dream come true.
Well, the movie was excellent.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so happy that you liked it. It was so much fun to film. It was really so like just a blast.
It looks like it would have been a really good time.
Thank you.
So, what was your favorite part of the movie?
Oh, my favorite part of the movie. I mean, there were so many fun scenes that we filmed. Michele, my co-star, he was great. He was very patient with me, teaching me many Italian words in between takes. I just would constantly ask him what different things mean, and then somehow would not remember any of it 20 minutes later and would have to ask him all over again. He was a great patient teacher, and a great co-star. But getting to film just in all these different amazing locations was just I don't even know how to describe it. And some of the things that we did, like Vespa scenes, were so fun because we couldn't really ride the Vespas. They needed to like get us like the certain camera angles. So we'd be up on the back of a truck with the Vespa strapped in, kind of on a trailer behind it. It was just so much fun and getting to shoot these different things. And there were so many fun experiences like that on this one.
So, you had never worked with your co star before?
No, no, this was the first time.
Oh, okay. Well, y'all had a really good chemistry together.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, no, he was lovely. He was great, and I give him major props because filming a movie in your second language, I luckily only had to say a couple of Italian words, and that was difficult for me. So I was like, I don't know how you're doing this. That is so hard, and he handled it like such a pro and just was yeah, I was very impressed.
Okay. And what was your biggest challenge in filming this movie? Did you
Oh,
have any obstacles or challenges?
I'm trying to think of my biggest. I mean, honestly, that sounds again, Mikale having to film a whole movie in your second language when I only had to say a couple of words, but I somehow always would botch the words. And the director would tell me, I'm like, okay, wait, wait, remind me how to say that, like right before we would start filming. And he'd be like, this is how you say it. This is how you say it. I'm like, okay, okay, okay. And then we'd go to film and I'd somehow go back to saying it the wrong way. And I would do that so many times. Oh my God, I felt so bad. And Mikale's over here just handling it all like it's a breeze. And I'm like, I can't even say two words in Italian without having to do it five different times. So that was probably the most challenging. And the most takes that I had to do was on the times that I would have to say four words in Italian and I would screw it up every time.
So, the biggest challenge was the language then.
Yeah, and luckily I only had a little bit, but somehow it was still challenging for me. Yeah.
I can imagine it would have been for me as well.
It was hard. It was hard. But I'm determined to get my Italian down so that the next time I go there, I can say more than how to order an espresso at a cafe. So
Was that the first time you had ever been to Italy?
I had been to Italy once before, like 10, 11 years prior. And so now I feel like I appreciated it even more. And getting to be there for work was just such an incredible opportunity that I will never forget.
Well, I have also watched you in Young and the Restless.
Oh, you did?
And so I was just wondering, what is the differences in filming a movie and filming a TV show?
Well, I'd say the number one difference between the two is just the pace. With The Young and the Restless, we had to shoot an hour's worth of a show in one day, and sometimes more because we would film like a episode in a quarter or something like that every single day. And the pacing was just so fast, and you had to, some days I think the most dialogue I ever had in one day was like 55 pages for The Young and the Restless. Whereas
Wow.
when you film a movie, you have like, 4 or 5 pages of dialogue that day. So definitely the pace, and you get a lot more time and a lot more takes when you film a movie, which is nice. And that one, it's almost like doing a play every single day. Is you got to know your stuff. You get one, maybe two takes, and then you're moving on.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's one reason I really wanted to talk with you today, because I have watched you for so long and The Young and the Restless, and then saw this movie, and so I really wanted to have a chance to talk with you today.
Oh, I'm so excited that we're getting to talk then. I mean, I feel like the soap opera fans, it's like the best kind of fans because you guys are dedicated. You're watching every single day. Like you know the story. I always said that the fans of the show know the show better than I do because they have watched for years. And they're like, no, this person was with this person, but then they cheated on this person and now they have a baby with this person. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even know that. So yeah, major props.
My grandmother got me into watching the soap operas.
Really? Oh, I love that. That's so sweet. I love that.
Yeah, when I was young, I used to stay with her some during the summer and stuff, and when I was sick from school, or and she always had to watch Young and the Restless.
I love that. And then you get hooked. You watch one episode and you're like, now I need to know what happens. And they hook
Mhm.
you. That's how they do it. Yep.
That's right. And so I noticed in the movie that you were a chef. Do you have passion for cooking and baking yourself, or?
I'm learning. I definitely don't have the same skills as Danielle for sure. Nowhere close. Um, I have many different battle wounds, as I call them, from cooking, different burn marks from or different cuts on my fingers and scars from accidentally cutting myself. Um, so I'm definitely nowhere near her level, but I do enjoy it, and I've started cooking more and more within this last year, and I'm getting better. It's edible. That's for sure. It's edible. Before, questionable, but we're getting there slowly.
That's the main thing.
Yeah. I just want to be good enough to eat. I don't need to be Michelin star, just good enough to eat. That's it.
And that I have some burn marks too,
Do
so.
you? You get it. Yeah, it takes time.
So, what are some of your hobbies that you do in your free time when you're not working?
Oh my gosh, I always feel so boring when people ask me about my hobbies. I'm like, I like my dogs. I love to read. I'm a really big reader. Um, my boyfriend and I, we love TV and movies, and so we do watch a lot of TV. We have a whole list of different things that we've been watching this year, and it's a substantial amount. I'm like, okay, we need to slow down on the TV because this is getting out of control. But we do love to watch. We have our favorite shows together. But I'm a big reader, and surprise, surprise, most of the books I read are rom-coms. So I can't get away from them. I love them so much.
I love to read as well. What's your favorite book?
Oh, I mean, I love Colleen Hoover. Just it starts with us, it ends with us, or it ends with us and it starts with us. We're both so good. Verity was incredible. Have you read any Colleen Hoover books?
I haven't.
Oh, okay. You're gonna be, I'm telling you, it's gonna change your life. You're gonna thank me. You're gonna come back and you'll be like, you were right. Go and read. It ends with us, and then read it. It's weird. It starts with it ends with us. Then it starts with us is the sequel, and then a totally different book, Verity, another one of her books, which I think that that's one of them, is another good one. But those are really good. So try those. But I got a whole
Okay.
list for you if you want some rom-com books. I got you.
I've been reading some Frida McFadden. Have you read
Oh,
her?
no, I haven't.
The Housemaid and The Coworker, The
Okay.
Teacher.
All
Those
right.
are
I'll put those on my
those are
list.
ones I just finished. The Coworker, and it was really good. So I'm
Was it?
about to start The Teacher.
Okay, all right, I'll put those on my list. I'll definitely do that because I'm almost done with my book now and I need a new one. Ooh, check out Emily Henry too. Her
I've
book,
seen her, but I've never read any of hers either.
if you like Hallmark, you'd love her books. They are just so feel good and just make it just feels like you're reading a warm hug. It just, oh, they're just delicious. You got to read her books.
I'll definitely check her out. And have you ever worked with, you said you had never worked with your co star before?
No, I have not. This was our first movie together.
Oh, wow. Well, who is someone that you would like to work with that you've never worked with?
Oh, oh my gosh. I mean, there's so many different great people in Hallmark. Jonathan Bennett would be so fun. I've been a fan of his forever. Um, Tyler, big fan of his, would love to work with him. But I've said this before, and I've been so lucky with all of the people that I've worked with, both men and women, just like some of the loveliest people. So if I ever got the opportunity to work with any of my co-stars again and film either a sequel or another thing, I would jump at the opportunity because I've been so fortunate to have made so many amazing friendships with the people that I've worked with, and they're all not just like great actors, but great people as well.
I would think that would be one of the most fun parts of doing movies and stuff like that is getting to meet different people and making friendships with
Yeah.
different ones.
Yeah, no, that honestly, that's probably my favorite part of getting to do movies and just meeting so many different people and people that you would never would have met or that live in different places, that live in Italy now or
Right.
in Canada. And so it does make you feel more connected to the
And
world
going
and
to
have
different places. Um,
exactly.
and I think I had one more question. Do you have any projects coming up that you can tell us about?
I have, well, I don't think I'm really allowed to say much about it. I haven't filmed it yet, but I'm going to be filming a very fun Hallmark movie soon that I cannot wait for. It's like a dream job. I mean, all the ones that I've done have been amazing and just so much fun. And this one is going to be no different. It's just going to be, oh, I can't wait. I'm like bursting at the seams, waiting to tell people about it, but it's going to be a good one, I promise.
Oh, I can't wait to see it.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for talking with me today, and I really did enjoy getting to meet you and talk to you today.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I'm so glad that you got to watch the movie and that you've watched The Young and the Restless for years. But it was so lovely to talk to you.
Thank you so much. You take care of yourself and have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You too. Have a good weekend.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye.